here we are, trash picking again. It's kind of a rainy day right now. I mean, not super terribly rainy, but it could be. How do we get this cord off of here? Why do people do this to me? I mean, you see that over and over again. Me struggling with these cords. Alright, I'm gonna have to do this. Did that work? Oh, it sure did, look. The cord's all the way in the trunk now. Let's see what else we got. A VCR and a DVD player and a power strip. Alright. Sometimes these DVD players work, and sometimes you grab the remotes, the cords, the wires. So we'll get some of that junk and then we'll go to the next pile in the rain. What do you think? Do we like any of this stuff? This is kind of cool. It's made in China. It's got some buckling on the bottom, but it comes complete with a bocce ball. Alright, so we got that thing. I think there's a cord in here. I guess not. I don't know what that is. Fitbit, packages. What about this little table? Look at me. Those are my shoes in the mirror. What do you think? Do we like this thing? Nah, I don't like it. It's cheap. Alright, so I guess we have our little wood basket and a bocce ball and no cord. Very sad. This is weird. Like deja vu. We were at this pile yesterday. Remember this muffler and stuff? And yesterday they had 2 umbrella stands. And today they have 2 umbrella stands. But they're different. Why do these people have so many umbrella stands? You want to go knock on the door and ask them? These ones are in better condition than the ones yesterday. See? That knob actually turns a little bit. With a little lube, it'll be fine. So the ones yesterday were just scrap, but these today we can actually sell. This one doesn't have a knob, but that bolt turns. Very weird though. Let's see what else we got. Same old stuff from yesterday. Yep, that's about it. So I guess the umbrella bases, umbrella stands, whatever you call them, that's going to be a mystery. Where did they come from? Why did they have so many? I don't care. To me, it's like $5 each, that's $10. And I haven't found anything else today. Let's see. We got a toolbox. Anything in the toolbox? We taking bets here? I'm saying nothing. Wow. That is a lot of nothing. Anything else? Nah, this guy usually throws out good stuff, but not today. So let's thank him for the last time. Thank you, sir. Look at this. We have found the treasure trove of rusty, crappy bikes. I wouldn't be surprised if these people go out in this town and pick up bikes and then throw them back out. Well, what do we got? The Pacific Quantum and the Mongoose Maneuver. I'm tempted to take that. That's a nice bike, but my people don't want them when they're that rough. The Free Spirit tourney. Is that focusing? Wow. Thing does not want to focus. That's my one complaint about this camera. All right, and then here looks like, what's that? Like a wheel from a Peugeot or something? Yeah, we don't really need this stuff. It's too bad. It's like they were nice enough to put out all this great stuff for us, and I'm not taking any of the bikes. I will take some of this scrap metal, and I'll show you that after I get it loaded in the car, because it's gonna be a project. So here's what we got. Little engine, that's for dirty aluminum. This strut and knuckle assembly, it's super heavy. 10-pound weight plate, piece of pipe, some axles, and a starter motor. And look at this thing right here. Sorry, somebody was driving by. This might be the thumbnail of the video, because look at this crazy brake rotor. Have you ever seen anything like that in your life? Have you ever seen a brake rotor that's that worn down? I mean, this guy needed a brake job a year ago. So, still plenty of metal left for the next guy to come and take, but we took all the heavy stuff. And unfortunately, the bikes were all just junk. I didn't show you that whole ordeal because it was a lot of work from that pile over there. But we got these great signs. These are like subway signs, you know, New York City type of stuff. They're not fantastic, but I'm sure somebody will buy them. I'm really not sure if I should have taken those. They're not great, but I don't think I'm gonna find much else today. And also in this pile was this fantastic, was this a pallet jack? And believe me, I checked, I measured, and this thing will not fit in the Camry. So this guy was super nice. Appreciate the signs. I wish I could have got the pallet jack, but we'll take what we can get on a day like today. And right now I'm gonna get in the car because it is so hot out here. I don't have air conditioning, but I'm gonna turn on the fan. All right, I'm cooled back down a little bit. This pile has some interesting stuff in it. First of all, the Schwinn Varsity. Is that a Schwinn Varsity? Yep. Question is, can we use anything on this bike? Should we take this bike? You know what? I've been trying to figure out how to use this camera to take better photos, specifically of bikes. So I think on the way home I'm going to stop and photograph this bike for practice. Now this thing, wow. A motorificated scooter. And people love those if they run. This thing does not run. I can guarantee you that. It's a nice little necklace, right? If you're a punk rocker. So it looks like these are the kind of people who use their stuff hard and then throw it away only when it's completely destroyed. Which is fair enough. But look at this. This is another insanely cool thing. It's a go-kart. Yeah. You can't really tell, can you? But it was formerly a go-kart. And there's a pogo stick there too. So, the dual arm suspension for the go-kart. Yeah, man, these people, they like to tinker. So we will take their bike frame so I can get photo practice in. But I think that's about it for this pile. You see weird stuff all the time doing this. Schwinn Varsity, that's not weird. But look at this. It's a cast iron spider web. A little bit broken. See, it's cracked right here and there. But I don't know. At the very least, it's worth $1 in scrap metal. And at the very most, maybe somebody would pay like 10 bucks for it as a thing. And as it turns out, this other part is also cast iron. A little bit heavier too. I'm not sure how they go together or how it works. I think the whole thing was just a big fire pit. What do you think? Yeah, that's a little too far gone. And we're out of season now for the fire pits, but at least we got our cast iron spider web. Maybe later today we'll find a cast iron spider. That would be surreal. This is weird. You ever seen anything like this? This poor little thing. He's stuffed. A stuffed anteater. That is really gross. Look at the hairs on it. Should I take this? Ugh. Just touching it made me sick. Tail's broken off. Yeah, I don't want that thing. It's very sad. But I do want this. That makes me happy. It's an electrical cord attached to a pressure washer. So, I'm very sorry about your sad fate on the side of the road, Mr. Anteater Armadillo thing. But, I guess you didn't die in vain. I think. Today is wet and hot and dirty, which makes it the perfect day to pick up some dirty scrap metal. Like this intake manifold, which is cast iron. Oh my goodness. Wow, sometimes I don't know my own strength. And then let's see over here. Exhaust manifolds. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Why did they take these off? Did they put on headers? Did they replace the manifolds with something else? I don't know. What I do know is that they weigh a lot. This has got to be at least $2 worth of metal, maybe $3. Well, and let's see, the one last thing we have is this flywheel. I think that's what that's called.
Hey, how are you?
Flywheel. So, I think that's going to do it for us today. We didn't get much. We got metal. We got Subway signs. But it's been a pretty good day, considering the weather and the humidity. So I do appreciate you guys coming along on the hunt for metal and the hunt for blue Schwinn varsities. And until next time, thanks so much for watching.